Hello everyone, Kylie Bertucci, Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia with my business tips for today. Sorry, the coffee's already settling in. The minute I have a bit of milk, croakiness begins. So naughty. Probably should go off milk, right? Just tastes too good though. So I just thought I would drop in with some tips. I didn't actually realize I didn't set up an event page for this, so there's probably quite a few people that don't even know that I'm going live today on the business page. Oh, we've got someone here. That's nice. But hello, Nadi. Good to see you, Naomi. This is very relevant for you because Naomi's just booked in for her first on-stage event this morning. Whoop whoop! I love Onstage. Absolutely love the events. Stampin' Up have been so clever the way that they've set them up. And I just thought I'd talk about today how they have helped my business, promoting them with the team and how it has helped ones that have come along. Because it's just huge. It's a big deal being able to see all the new products early. Particularly for me in my business, being able to take photos of the product. Stampin' Up allow us to even post the photos that we take at the onstage events on our blogs, which is just so fantastic. It's driven a huge amount of traffic to my blog from the last one, and the one coming up in April is going to be the brand new annual catalogue. So demonstrators are actually able to register starting today from this morning. So in Australia, we actually sold out our last on-stage events, sold out, and there was people on a waiting list. It was that popular. So it's pretty exciting to see how much it's expanding here in Australia, and the numbers are increasing with those coming along. And I think a lot of it is to do with the fact that we're getting our hands on the brand new products. We're seeing how to use them. We're getting amazing tips and ideas. And then also on top of that, for the new ones, they're actually seeing how they can actually turn it into something that earns them some income. And it may be a big surprise to them, because you never think that you could turn your hobby into something that can get you some money that you could then in turn either use for your products again. So it can still be hobby money earning, which is fun. And that's when you earn money to basically spend back on your craft. And I loved doing that. That was my goal from the beginning, was basically trying to get as much money as I possibly can to buy whatever I wanted. It wasn't to earn money so that we can assist the family. I had my own part-time job that did that, but I didn't want to hit the kitty, our family money. So I just had the Stampin' Up selling basically to be able to support my craft addiction. Because face it, we're all addicted. So that's where I started. And I think Onstage is really good for that, because it gives you those tips and techniques that you need to sort of realize that you don't have to know things online. You don't have to look at going online, blogging and all that sort of thing. It doesn't have to be where you start. It literally could just be in your area, talking to parents at school or talking to friends or neighbors and just telling them what you're doing and what it's about, or inviting a few friends over and just keeping it really casual. But then that can lead to trying things online as well and just seeing what happens. And I've seen a lot of girls. There's one recently in my team that was doing really well, and she ended up having to do a massage course to get things back up to speed with her qualifications. And so she wasn't doing a lot with Stamping Up, but she's just recently decided, you know what, I'm going to get back into it. And it's incredible how quickly things have started snowballing already. She's already got some recruits back up. She started Facebook Live classes, and that's just got some new people. She's got new people ordering from her straight away. So just by trying, the Facebook Live route, she's seen a huge difference just from doing that. Hi, Kim. Good to see you. So, yeah, I definitely think that the amount of people that come to Onstage from your team is dependent on you giving them the information as their team leader and creating that excitement during the events. So whenever the crazy crafters go to an onstage event, we're really mean. because we want more to come along because we know how good it is for them to come. So we actually take pictures of us winning prizes and then like blank out, the stamp set that we've won, or us holding up the catalogue and blanking out the catalogue and putting that on the group. And it just, like, the crazy crafters hate us. They're like, oh, you're so mean to us. But it really helps them to want to make sure that they plan for the next one. And because they're every 6 months, we may not be able to make every single one of those events. Even if it was just one of them, it's going to make a big difference to them, meeting with the team, interacting with others. Sorry about that crazy dog. I don't know if you can hear it. It's the neighbor's dog. It's not my cute little puppies. They're sleeping. They just sleep all the time. So yeah, so it really has a huge impact on how you relay that information and how excited you are about the event, whether you're going. I always like Bruno to come along with me. He's just so fantastic at taking pictures and keeping us on track, and because it can be quite overwhelming with how many people you're catching up with and how many people you're seeing within the team and who needs help where. And so having that support with Bruno, I would definitely recommend if you are a team leader with a big team to rely on one of your other Silver Elite and above to assist you, or just give different tasks to different people to just keep an eye on the team. But I think too is just my team don't have an expectation that I'm going to hold their hand through the events, particularly the big ones. And we all just go our separate ways and we find our own little people that we connect with. And I think that that's really important. But we always sit together. We always try and do as much as we can together. However, we're not, it's not like they expect me to be continually just there for them, because they know that the event is for me as well. They know that I've got people that I'm connecting with and networking with and organising blog hops with and, organising different things. So they're very understanding. And I think, if you train your team to understand that that's how the events run, that we're here for one another, but we're not necessarily glued to one another. And we also love inviting other people to be part of our team who might be orphans or don't have a team leader or they're on their own. It's just nice for them to feel part of something like our group. So that's pretty special when we meet different ones from Australia. So they're just for me, I just think they're really important. Onstage is the best way for them to get their hands on the new product. It's the best way for them to be able to pre-order the product before anyone else. And it also helps the rest of the team to see those products as well, because when they're arriving, we're creating things with it, which in turn will help them to see how they can utilize those same products. It always changes your mind, and you've probably seen it over time, that you're like, I don't need that stamp set. I've got something similar. Yeah, I've got enough flowers, or I don't really see how I would use that. And then you see a card being made with it and you're like, oh my goodness, I have to have that stamp set now. It has gone from the not really necessary to now I need it. So having that time with the demonstrators, the ones that get to pre-order, we usually do some sort of blog hop or something like that where we showcase some of the samples that we did at Onstage, and then that helps the rest of the team to see how they, the first thing that they do is put it on their wish list. I mean, that's how we all work. We want to have a part of something that we love and that we can see its potential. So I think from a sales perspective, from team sales perspective, from a customer perspective, it's really great. And I love that it's a demonstrator only event, because if any of my customers want to come along, it gives them extra motivation to join, because they're like, oh, well, we want to come to this event and we want to meet you, Kylie. So it's like, yeah, sure, join. It's another incentive for them to be part of my team and part of those events. So I'd be very interested to see how many of you sort of promote this with your teams, because it's just started today here in Australia, the registration. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Christy. So it could be something that you work on. You may not be going, but you can still promote it with your team. We all have reasons why we can't attend, but it still doesn't mean that you can't say, go, please go, take lots of photos, you know, show the rest of the team what's happening. You can be like our reporter of what's happening at this event, whether it's Perth or Sydney in Australia. And yeah, you can still be a cheerleader for something, even if you're not part of it, because not all of us can get to go. For me, I just see it as an investment that I definitely wouldn't want to miss out on. Some do say it's a little bit expensive for them. Good morning, Christy. But I think, you know, Australia is $120 and we usually get a bag with a stamp set in it. The stamp set could be worth $30, $40. Then we usually get a giveaway and that could be, again, worth another $40. So that's $80 there. Then there's all the training. Then we get our hands on the product early. To me, it's just absolutely worth $120. It's like hands down the best thing you can do. Hi, Samantha. And I've also decided that those that attend on stage, I'm going to be doing my own team training the next day. And so they get specialized training. They can ask me any questions that they want about blogging and Facebook. And oh, that's so nice. So first on stage, Christy. You've got to make sure you come and say hello. Are you going to Sydney though? That'll be great. Really nice to meet you in person. So that's really nice. And it's such a special event. Like anyone who goes is like, I never want to miss another one again, including Bruno. He went to a convention, a Stampin' Up convention. He's like, why have we never been to one? These are so good. They're just so well set up, so much inspiration. Yes, please make sure you come and say hi. Even if I'm talking to someone, just go, hi. Because I'll never not be talking to someone. I never stop talking. You'll never get to meet me otherwise. So yeah, it's very, very exciting and it's just such a nice way. It can be a little bit overwhelming the first time you go to one of these events and they're a big day, a really big day. So bring some snacks along. I think I learnt that the hard way the first time. Have some little things for the table, some lollies and things like that just to keep you going because it is a massive day. But yeah, they're just absolutely fantastic, and to get to see the annual catalogue, I think it's just so, there's something very special about opening that catalogue with other people around you. I've had the experience where a catalogue got delivered and there was no one else to share it with, and it just, I don't know, it just doesn't have the same excitement. So I think sharing what you're excited about, sharing the things that you love with the person next to you is really, it's special. It's so much better than just being given the catalogue and going, oh yeah, I don't know about that. I think you tend to be a little bit more picky than excited if you're on your own. So yeah, maybe it's just contagious. The excitement is contagious, but there's, yeah, definitely something very special. And just seeing other demonstrators do the stamping, hearing business talks and hearing how others have made it something that they love, but also a business. I think it really excites you that you could actually do something more with something that you love and work from home. It's really cool. This is my second one. I can't afford the big one, but I won't miss this. Yes, I love that they have the smaller events now. The onstage locals do make it a lot more affordable, but it also time-wise, it's less time away from the family, being just a one-day event. And I think it's easier for all those hubbies that are being left with children. It's like, it's just one day, hun. I'll be back soon. You won't even notice. So, yeah, totally. I agree, Michelle. It does revive your enthusiasm. I think I still have your little lady beetle little case that you gave me where you pull it out and the little lady beetle chocolate, the chocolate's gone, but I loved that. I thought that was just so clever, and I'll always remember that and treasure that little swap. And that's something else that's really special at these events, is getting your team to do the swaps. and getting excited about that, because yeah, I know there's so many ideas and so many things that I got given because of what's this? We can make a list of things that we should bring to Onstage to reference us for all us first timers. I think actually we can put it on the group, but I'm pretty sure that they write down what you need to bring along, Naomi. I'll just take a screen capture on, because it's from the Stampin' Up page, and put it on the Crazy Crafters. And I see Kim is torn between Sydney and Auckland. That would be a difficult one to choose from, because I've heard that the Auckland one is really great because it's quite small, and coming from Australia, you're sort of considered a bit of a celebrity. So that would be nice. But we'd love to have you in Sydney. If you want to come along to Sydney, Sydney will be awesome. All the Crazy Crafters will be, well, most of them. I think there's maybe 2 or 3 that are going to Perth, but the rest of us will be going to Sydney. I'm not sure how many we're getting at this stage, probably about 15 to 20, maybe. We'll see. It'll be pretty exciting times. We'll be the noisy ones in the room. So I think that the swaps are brilliant. Getting ideas from other demonstrators probably will be using the occasions catalogue still, and the previous annual catalogue, and it's just great. Having those sort of swaps in your bag can be the thing that opens up a conversation for someone at the shopping centre and get some sales for someone, their first sale or their first recruit. So, and it can give ideas for classes. I know that I had a whole bag of swaps, and I gave it to my class that I was running at the time, and said, if there's anything that you really like and you want to do, pick it out and we'll do it for a class, because it's different style to what I would do. Like, I don't use ribbons and embellishments, and I'm not really vintage, but they might go through and see a different style and say, oh, can we please do this one? And it's not something I would ever create. So that's been really good from an ideas perspective. So definitely think about what you can do to come along. I wouldn't wait too long, because from what I can see, it's going to sell out pretty quickly again. So even if you can't go, definitely think about telling your team about it, promoting it with your team and letting them know, and just really help them to see that as a Stampin' Up community of people, that we all have something in common. And even if they're going on their own, tell them to come and see me. I'm happy to give them a big welcome, and the Crazy Crafters are very welcoming as well. We love meeting new people, so definitely get them to come and see us. Yes, we'll adopt you, Michelle. There'll be plenty of tables right near the Crazy Crafters, so even if you don't get on one of our tables, make sure you're really close by. But yeah, definitely. I'm sure we'll probably book out 2 or 3 tables. So just try and look for me, and then look for the Crazy. There's usually Nicole Bonner. She's my big organizer, and Carolina Evans. They're like, right, let's get the tables. So yeah, if you want to help us find some Crazy Crafters tables too, Michelle, then totally jump on in. So yeah, we try and stay together. I think it's nice as a team to sort of, we do our swaps together as a team too, and it's nice to swap because we know each other all so well from the Facebook group, and so that just is really nice, putting a face to the name that we see every day on the group, and it's very, very special. So I usually do a gift for everyone in the team as well, which they just love. So lots of special things. All the ones that go to the Silver Elite and above event, the leadership event, I do a gift for all of them, something really special, because they've worked really hard to get to that level. So there's a lot of work in it for me, but I get a lot of help too with my planning. I'm very I just know exactly what I need to get done, and I need to make sure that I plan for that so that I can have all the gifts and different cards made and swaps, and then the gifts for the Silver Elite. So it's a lot of work, but I think from what I've seen, the work definitely is worth it because of how much it impacts all of us and our businesses afterwards. So yeah, definitely take it seriously. Make the most of this event, Stampin' Up, because if you thought about running your own event, think of how much work would be involved in running your own event, and it's a lot of work. Like I've done one when they didn't have an event one year, and it was a huge amount of work, like just the catering, trying to get that organized, booking the venue, insurance, and quite costly as well. And then you sort of don't know, you think, oh, should I charge? And then you feel bad about charging your team. So this is perfect because it's done through Stampin' Up. It's not something that you're having to do yourself. And a lot of the times in between, I'm doing these type of videos, or every Wednesday I have a live video on the group. And so they're like our team meetings, just a live video. And that really helps to keep us all connected and making sure that everyone's up to date with the latest information we're Stamping Up. So yeah, it's just a really great opportunity. And there's no way, if I ran my own event, there's no way I'd be able to give away the product that Stampin' Up give away. They're very generous in that regard. So it's just nice for everyone to get their hands on something new, and everyone has something different too, which is great. So yes, I'd love to hear your thoughts about things that you have seen has helped your business by promoting on stage, and whether you've thought about it this way before, like if you're wanting to step it up and make it a business, how important on stage can be for your business and for your team to grow, and for them to get the knowledge to go to the next level and find out that they can do it. I know that there's some really amazing talks, like Simone Bartram did a talk one time here in Australia, and that really impacted me. I was like, you know, she's got so many recruits. I want to do what she's doing, and I think I can do it. And it really helped to motivate me by seeing a fellow demonstrator talking about what they did. I think it empowers you to say, well, if they did it, I can do it. You know, we're all just, you know, regular people. We don't necessarily have anything better than one another. We all have our gifts, we all have our talents, and we can use that to make the most out of Stamping Up. And I think the events really help motivate you to do that and say, yeah, I can do this, you know, and we can all do it together. So I really love the theme. I think the theme this is like really cool, better together. And I think that's so true, that if we all help each other, there's plenty for all of us, and it only increases our own rewards, but then everyone else can enjoy the results as well. Jennifer Frost, I'm so sad it's not in Melbourne. I was sure we were up for another turn. Yeah, hopefully the next one coming up towards the end of the year, Jennifer, will be Melbourne. I love it when it's in Melbourne. However, I do love it in Sydney in the sense that it makes me book accommodation, and I find it's less busy for me because of that fact that I'm right near the venue, and it's kind of like a little bit of a holiday for Bruno and I. We go away for the weekend, and I think that's always nice. But yeah, if it's in Melbourne, usually I drive and it gets a bit stressful. So maybe in Melbourne I should book accommodation. I think, oh, it's going to save so much money, but then I end up more stressed. So sometimes I think, you know what, bite the bullet, pay the money, put it on tax deduction and do it that way around. So yeah, but anyway, lovely to see you all today. I really hope that it's helped you with a few ideas, and I'll make sure I create the event for next week. I'd love to see you all there, and all the best with celebration. It's a pretty exciting time, so make the most of it. Tell everyone you know, and I'm sure we'll be in touch soon. Bye everyone.